It's raining. Hi, Lemon. You know, I had a friend once. She wasn't a pleasant friend. She wasn't a good friend at all. Because at some point in time, he didn't want to be friends with me. And it was because of something because it was a stupid reason, you know? It's because, I did something to her slide. Like, there was something on it and I cleaned it with, like, a wet paper towel. And you know those paper towels that are, like, brown in there? And, you know, it was, like, you know those things? Yeah, I used one of those. Surprisingly, it was effective. But, right after, he broke up with being friends. And I was really sad for some reason after that. I was really, broken up, you know? Really, really sad. And so then what happened is that I went through like all the way to the end of the school field and cried. And then, you know what? Then this girl came up to me. She was like 3 grades older than me, and she asked me what was wrong and said she'd be friends with me, you know. And I believe that. And I'm starting to wonder why. It's raining now. That's like when it comes to friends, I've always had the experience of like being like multiple things. Most friends didn't want to hang out with me, kind of abandoned me, which is fair enough. If I could, I would abandon me also. But you know, some friends stuck with me even though they didn't want to in the first place, and I noticed that they never did. I noticed it, and some friends. I mean, some friends didn't really care, you know. Some friends just ignored me, and I didn't hang out with them. And so when I came up to middle school, 7th grade, I I didn't hang out with anyone because it was so weird, you know. There's so much kids crammed in one school, and so much other kids from my original school coming there, and you know, and I don't know, like I didn't know what I had a bigger problem with like classes or like people. Cause like when it comes to people, like I can't socialize good. I stutter and you know and I don't pay attention good and I always seem to like not think of anything, just static, you know. And then when it comes to classes, I'm like an idiot, you know. Like even then, like not like. I mean, sure. I mean, I guess I'm good in subjects, but that's not because. That's only because I remember them. I know how to do them good, you know. I know how to do them. And but I realized one thing. I was really dumb. Like I couldn't remember much. I couldn't remember a lot really. I had a really bad memory. Like someone would someone would tell me something, and then about 5 minutes later, I'd forget it. You know, like the thought, the memory of that would be never there. You know, it was just gone. You know, never had it in the first place. And yeah. Like, no one, yeah, but no one was entirely there to help me. Like, I had a friend, his name was Brody, and out of all the friends, he was the one that stuck with me the longest. He stuck with me ever since I met him. We were good friends, yeah. We were really good friends. Yeah, but I mean, you know, for some reason I wanted to avoid him. I don't know why. I have no idea why. Like, I guess I avoided him because I thought it was the right thing to do. I don't know why. God. You know, there's so much kids now, like there's so much kids, like so much like like young people. Young people, what am I saying? Like there's so much kids my age. I'm 14. And like there's so much kids my age that believe like they're like something bigger, you know, like that they can or will be something bigger, but you sometimes have to remember that heck, when people grow up, like the worst things happen to them, when we're growing up. Heck, even before we turn like 13 or 12, it's life is still really rough, you know. Like, like when you're at an age, like when you're way younger, when a bad thing happens to you, that scars you, and it never heals. You never know how it should heal because you're so young. You don't it hurts so much. You don't know how to heal it, you know. And it keeps going on until, and like then again, yeah, like when you get down to it, children have like the worst of it, you know. Like in some way, they have a really problematic person in their lives, you know. And when you go older, but still before 13, you're now told to do like many other things that they never need to do before, and like heck, like it's like compared to the responsibilities you get when you become a teen, it's not compared because the things you have to do when you're at like an age before 13 but older than like a toddler, like not toddler, like older than like 4 or 5. You have so much responsibilities and so much things you're counted on to do. It's rough and it's difficult, you know, especially to me. Like I mean, heck, when it came to me, I never did good in school. You know, I did horrible in school. Like I was a really dumb kid. Like until grade 3, I didn't know how to read or write. I was really dumb. Heck, you know I'm still an idiot. You know, like I don't know why I'm making this, but I mean, I guess it's a rainy day, and I guess I just start to feel things. You know, I guess it was just despair. You know, like right now, a lot of my family is going through something right now. It's rough. Then again, most people at this time are going through a lot of things. Most families, compared to my family problems, compared to some others that I know. Well, I mean, it just makes us seem like we're living better lives when we aren't. It's called being sad. You know? You ever get the time where you don't know how to feel or think and it's all just blank? And then the thoughts start coming in and you start thinking ridiculous and absolutely absurd thoughts and you don't know what else to think and then kind of just stop for a second and just kind of wonder why? Do you ever have the time where you wake up and you don't feel happy, and that has a long time? You know how that feels? You know how it feels to wake up and want to feel happiness, but then you feel like, I don't want to do this anymore, you know? I don't want to do any of this. I don't want to be in this situation. I don't want to be around these people, but I have to because it's correct, or I have to, you know? And I have to be there with them, because if I'm not, then who's going to be there? Like, you know? Like, I don't want to be with these people because they damaged me and hurt me and, like, and lied to me. But, I mean, I have to be with them because it's the right thing to do. I don't want to be around them, but I have to. Because they're here for me, I guess. I don't know. I started lighting, you know. I wouldn't call myself a lighter, but I guess, like, you could call me a person that lights once in a while. And I realized something. Whenever I light, it's just the first thing I think of. Like, most lighters, like, they gotta think about what they're lighting or what they're gonna say, but when it's me, I just light. I don't know, what is she doing? You know? So I started taking walks, you know. I started doing multiple things, and they don't make me happy. And you know what I learned something from then? Is that I shouldn't really chase happiness. If you do that, you're not going to end up in a good place in life when you just chase happiness. You should chase a better way how to live your life. You don't get better by wanting happiness. You get better by making it get better, you know? So yeah, I guess that's what I've been trying to do. Just trying to chase something that isn't happiness. Trying to feel something that isn't happiness, but I mean, it's not sadness either. It's not despair, it's not hate, it's not love or joy. It's just a feeling that isn't any of those things. A feeling that kind of makes you able to think. When you're happy or sad, you're not able to think. You're too welled up into your feelings and thoughts, you know? But you ever get that feeling where you're able to just sit there and think? You're able to just walk around and just think for a minute? To a point where even being in a room without people, you don't even feel lonely? You ever get that feeling? A feeling where loneliness or despair or happiness or anger or sadness or joy, and it just leaves you and you have this feeling of wanting to think. I don't know what I'm talking about anymore. I might as well end it here. Bye.